All right, man. So I'm a few minutes late getting on tonight. I apologize, sir.
It's all good. It's all
I
good.
was watching 22 Jump Street, and my favorite scene
Nice.
came on.
Nice.
Okay, like the scene.
Which one is that?
It's the scene when Channing Tatum's character finds out that uh, Jonah Hill is having sex with his daughter, Ice Cube's daughter,
Yeah.
and just like the framing and the look, he's like Channing Tatum is just like lost. Like I don't really get what's going on. I don't get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then he flips over the picture of his daughter, puts it right there, and he's still like, I don't get it. And then like just the excitement on his face, like
Mm-hmm.
it went on for like
So
3 minutes, man.
So good.
I
Yeah,
I
it really was a long scene. Yeah.
so good. I rewound that like 4 times. I watched it 4 times in a row, dude. It was so
Yeah,
good.
and it's all him and just like Jonah Hill and Ice Cube just looking at each other.
Just having a stare off. You got
The
Channing
most
Tatum.
awkward stare off. So good.
It's so effing good, man. Yeah, I forgot how good those movies were, man. I'm gonna have to like revisit those. They're
Oh
just
yeah,
so
good
good,
stuff.
man.
And it's surprising that both of them are very good.
They are
Like
both.
that is a
Yes.
solid back-to-back enjoyment. Yeah.
Lord
I've
and
been
Miller, man. Those guys are awesome.
been trying to catch up on the Umbrella Academy. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah. It's not back yet. The new season, is it dropped?
No. It has not dropped. That will be dropping. I did not have it ready to go when I started talking.
I feel like you have 19 screens you're looking at right now.
There's so many screens right now.
The fact that your head does this, I know this is an audio medium, guys, but like me, I look right on straight at my screen. Javi has his head up, turned to the right.
I have to, like, the whole chair has to turn. Like. So that will be out this year, though, 2024.
Nice.
So that's exciting. So yeah, I've been just wanted to catch back up and be fresh for when that drops.
That's a good series, man. There are some like slow bits to it that I'm just like kind of drag on a little bit, and I was like, all right, let's get to. But it's always like for like a couple of those seasons, it was always like in the middle, and it was just like, all right, we're not really doing anything. Nothing's really happening. There's also very little character development, so it was boring. But like the beginning started off very, very well, and the ending of every season started off very, very good. So I love that series. I'm glad you're catching back up with it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've seen all the 3 seasons already. It just was, just felt the need to rewatch, sir.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. I get it. You know, like I said, I've been going through I've been like in this 80s and 90s and early 2000s like sci-fi alien movie thing. So like obviously I did like all the Predator movies, and then I did all the Alien movies. Right. I ran out of good Alien franchises, so I started watching Species.
Okay.
And like I forgot how sexual that one was. Like the entire plot of the first Species movie, she was just trying to hump.
Yep.
Yeah. And then she has sex with Doc Ock and kills him. That's the movie.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
And then the second one was a guy alien just humping. There was a scene where he literally drove through like a prostitute alley.
I think I blocked out some of the second one out of my mind because I don't remember much of that one.
Yeah, it wasn't really.
I don't remember it being a good time at all.
It was more like a soft core pornography film is what it was more like. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe of the second one. Like the first one
I
was
mean,
at least
that
like
was the
art.
vibe of the first one.
Okay,
it was just in the a little further in the back is all that was on the first one.
Less man ass in the
Yeah.
first one. Okay.
Yep. All right, that's cool. Like catching up on some old alien movies.
You know what? I don't know when I'm gonna stop. I'm not, because I also watched the old Dune movie.
I watched Cowboys versus Aliens.
Oh, that's so good.
So good. Such a fun movie.
It was crap at the box office and everybody hated it, but like you have James Bond, you got Indiana Jones. What else you need in life?
Yeah. I've watched it quite a few times over the years. It's a good flick.
Dynamite knife, boom, every single time, bro. Best scene in all of cinema, outside of this scene in 22 Jump Street, is the dynamite knife, man. My favorite.
That's fair. Oh boy, what else you got going on this weekend?
Went to go see Argyle.
Yeah, how was that?
Argyle was a dope flick, man. So I'm a big Matthew Vaughn fan. That was a really cool. It was a different. He's like the spy master director now. He's done all the Kingsman movies. He did Layer Cake, which is more of a drug heist spy movie, but he adds this entry as well. This was a dope film, man. It's a more lighthearted than his other movies. It was a good time. Definitely good. Sam Rockwell, okay. Badass.
Oh yeah,
badass in this movie, dude.
So we got a lot more out of it than just in the trailer.
That's good heck yeah, dude. So much more. Had a good time, man.
Good deal.
How was your eggs? How'd those turn out?
They're still cooking, man.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Slow and steady. They're almost there. Which is that'd be crazy. It's like you're smoking a pork butt, but just making an omelet.
Just one egg omelet.
So the eggs were delicious. Just throw a few little seasonings in there and pretty good.
What's the secret sauce, man? What's the secret sauce?
For me, I like to throw in a little Cajun seasoning in there.
Oh.
Little Cajun seasoning on the eggs.
Okay.
It's good,
man. All right. Little Cajun spice.
I don't know if you also noticed. I redid the pod room. Did you notice?
I see. You got some bases back there.
I didn't do. I literally moved my desk like a foot over, so everything's like a foot over now.
I see. I have never seen the. You have what is that? There's
that right there.
There's a couch back there.
Oh yeah, I got a couch.
I didn't know you had a couch. Right there. Pretty dope, man.
I had to make room in the corner over here. I had to make a room in the corner over here for the racing simulator. It's right here.
You also got a racing simulator.
Yeah.
And what is that little picture by the door?
Oh, I think I've showed you that at some point. That is a Return of the Jedi puzzle from.
Okay, I can barely see it.
I don't know. It's too far away. It's too far away.
It's Princess Leia with an Ewok. Is that what it is?
Correct.
God, my eyes are really good. All right,
and then my Thor picture above that.
Obviously, with your face.
Yeah.
Superimposed on Chris Hemsworth. The way God intended it. Only if you were not busy back in 2010 and 2011, dude. Only if you weren't busy.
Yeah.
If you just wasn't this awesome, famous rock star back then, you could have been Thor.
Yeah.
We would have said, we would have been like Chris Hemsworth who? Chris, if you were not busy, Chris Hemsworth would be selling coconuts in wherever the guy is from right now, okay? I don't even know where he's from.
Like a little stand, a little coconut stand. All right.
Little coconut stand, right? He draws like famous pictures, famous people's heads into coconuts. He would draw your head in a coconut, Javi, okay?
That's a pretty good idea.
Hey, man.
You need to go ahead and draft that business license before somebody else does.
In hunts. Welcome to the episode of Movie in a Pod. I'm Clyde Smith.
And I am Javier Villalobos.
On this week's episode, we are discussing the trailers for Kung Fu Panda 4, the Ministry of Ungenderly Warfare, in our 2023 Year in Review movies. Let's get it, team. All right, team. Hope everybody's having a fantastic week. We got some trailers here for you. We got a little Jack Black action and some Kung Fu Panda 4. And we got my man Henry Cavill and Guy Ritchie teaming up for the Ministry of Ungenderly Warfare. Team, as you know, we got social media across the yin yang. Got a YouTube page. You want to see our full reaction of these trailers? Click that link tree in the show notes. And like always, like, share, and subscribe.
And Henry Cavill's just down to fight people lately, huh?
That's my hero.
He's just in it just to swing them arms.
Them arms are humongous too.
It is time to take the next step on your journey.
I'm not going to be the Dragon Warrior anymore?
You will advance to spiritual leader of the Valley of Peace.
Inner peace. Inner peace.
Can't do it.
Dinner, please. Dinner with peas in a sesame soy glaze.
This is not working at all.
Tai Lung, big fan. Once I possess the kung fu of every master villain,
oh wow!
No one will dare question my power. Not even the great Dragon Warrior.
Who's that?
The most powerful shape-shifting sorceress, the chameleon.
How do I find this, the chameleon?
I'm gonna lead you right through her front door.
it was against an army.
Then we'll just have to get an army of our own.
What is this place?
The best crooks and criminals live here.
You're a wanted criminal?
You sound surprised. Is it surprising?
Now you kids be careful with those fireworks.
Silence makes our tummies tingle.
Why should we help you?
We can take down the chameleon together.
Being the Dragon
So
Warrior,
good.
it's who I am. Good news. What do I know about being a spiritual leader?
What is it you're holding?
A cookie?
You were chosen to become something more than you already are.
How should we do this? Quick and painless? Or slow and painful?
Slow and painful.
You finally met your match, chameleon.
We're not so different, you and I.
Oh god!
Skadoosh.
Stand back. I'm gonna kick my butt.
All right, team. We have Kung Fu Panda 4. According to IMDb, after Po is tapped to become the spiritual leader of the Valley of Peace, he needs to find and train a new dragon warrior, while a wicked sorceress plans to resummon all the master villains whom Poe has vanquished to the spirit realm. Coming to us from Mike Mitchell and Stephanie Stein. And before we even jump into this trailer, what we thought about it and everything, man, I feel like if we were to ever get a live action Kung Fu Panda movie and it's not Jack Black playing, I'm not going to see it. It needs to be him. It only needs to be him. I feel like in every scene, like he was just himself.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be his voice at the least.
Yeah,
depending on if it's like a, obviously it's going to be I don't know if they got the budget to do a CGI panda. Maybe it's just got a panda suit. I don't really know what they're working with. But
remember like 2 years ago when people were like the panda that was like standing up and waving in China or whatever. They were like, it was like waving like a human waves, and everybody was like, that's clearly somebody in a panda suit. And everybody was like, no, it's a real panda. I want to see Jack Black in that suit, is what I'm saying. That's what I want to see. Doing some kickflips and
training.
stuff.
Maybe he was training for the live action Kung Fu Panda.
Oh man.
Jack Black as a actor in a regular movie is of course one of my favorites. He's just so eccentric and so funny. But he's a really good voice actor.
Oh, one of the best, dude.
Really, puts 100% into a normal movie and even more into these animated movies.
Agreed, man. You got Jack Black. We got Awkwafina being Zen. Viola Davis, she's playing the chameleon, so she's the villain.
Oh, yeah.
Love to see that. Dustin Hoffman is coming back as Shifu. James Wan, Bryan Cranston, Ian McShane, Ki Q Kwan, Ronnie Chang. So we have a really dope core cast here. I love these movies, man. These are not ones that I go to the theaters to see because there's kids running around everywhere, but like on my couch, post it up, bro. Definitely, I guess down with some Kung Fu Panda, dude. I really do. Love these flicks, man. Team, let us know your thoughts about Jack Black's fourth turn as Poe, the Dragon Warrior, and Kung Fu Panda 4, guys. With all these on our socials.
Nice mustache,
Phillips.
sir.
Damn good mustache.
I want you to lead. Thank you, Sergeant.
What's the plan?
To neutralize the German U-boats in the North Atlantic.
We're losing the war. Hitler is not playing by the rules, so neither are we.
We both know that I'm not very popular with the administration.
The reason they find you unattractive is the very reason I find you attractive.
If I'm to do this, I'll need my own team. You won't like them. They're all mad.
They'll need to be.
This is an unsanctioned, unauthorized mission. If we fail,
Wouldn't have it any other
England
way,
will be
right?
condemned to a
Exactly.
lifetime under the German boot.
And so I said, that is not a dog. That is my wife.
Very good.
Let that damn tongue out. So big, man.
It really is, yeah.
You and your operation are reckless.
Abort this mission now.
Dude,
Hello, can't
just
hear
arching
you.
everybody.
Please do off.
All right, team. So we have the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare coming at us from Guy Ritchie. According to IMDb, the British military recruits a small group of highly skilled soldiers to strike against Nazi forces behind enemy lines during World War II. JV, give me your thoughts on this movie, man, on this trailer.
Yeah, a lot of high octane action, explosions, fighting, guns, cool mustaches. A lot, a lot of dude stuff going on. A lot of dude stuff happening. I mean, from the trailer, looks like it's just gonna be a fun action movie.
Yeah.
Everything in the trailer was fun. You know, it looked like there'll be some decent dialogue. I don't expect a whole lot, but you know, as far as the action, the fighting, the explosions, looked like a good time.
Oh yeah. So like a couple of things that Guy Ritchie does well, man, is he makes British guys look really cool on film. Just the coolest. Okay? Just you want I say that with like all the respect for all of his movies, man, but like
yeah,
I have not seen a Guy Ritchie film where like I saw a British guy and he did not look cool. Like it's just oozing. Like this is a World War II era movie, and Henry Cavill's character looks absolutely fantastic with that suit and that stash and that style. This is why this is the type of movie is the reason why I still go to the cinema right here where I want to sit on that Friday night, more Sunday afternoon, but that's beside the point though, is and see this movie on the biggest screen possible, man. It looks cool. It looks like a fun time. You know, you'll learn about through this type of movie, you'll learn about an unsanctioned mission that I would have never known about if it wasn't for, you know, Guy Ritchie and this team of movie creators. And just the cast, okay? The cast itself here. Eliza Gonzalez, we remember her. She was the girl from Ambulance. Alan Ritchson, who's 6'9", 400 pounds of just nothing but muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Henry Cavill, Carrie Ells, Johnny Depp is Winston Churchill. Let's go. Henry Golding, he's so hot. You know what I mean? Just so many other people, guys. This movie is going to be awesome, man. And like, we're going to talk about our year in review. We're going to talk about like our movies and stuff and what we're looking forward to for 2024. This didn't make the list for me, but this should have been. I should have added this on.
This is going to be a good time. Definitely a good time.
Yeah, guys, we're going to throw the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare on our socials. Let us know your thoughts. And what do you think of Henry Cavill's stash? It didn't work in Justice League, but does it work here? Let's know your thoughts, team. All right, brother. Let's jump into our year in review, man.
Oh, boy.
It's been a crazy, amazing, fun, very interesting 2023, man. And there were some fantastic movies that came out. There were some record-breaking movies that also came out. And there were some trash movies as well. So,
definitely
team,
a lot of those.
Yes. So, team, what we're going to do, like we do every year, we're going to give you our top 10. We're just going to go back and forth. We flipped a coin and Javi won. So we're just going to go back and forth from 10 to 1, our favorite movies of 2023. And Javi, since you won, what was your number 10 movie?
Yeah, so mine 2 through 10, they can kind of go up and down a little bit. You know, it's kind of hard to choose, you know, exactly some of those because some of them were, you know, different movies, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'll start with number 10. I have No Hard Feelings as my number 10. Jennifer Lawrence. Watched that one a few times, man. That was genuinely a hilarious movie. Nothing fancy about it, just a good time.
Yeah.
And throw it on, watch it. Don't have to understand a whole lot, and just laugh.
You know what I really liked about that movie, man, is it was a callback to those 80s and 90s kind of raunchy guy going after the girl in a very sexualized way, but they flip it on its head with like her going after this kid for this reason. That was like the gimmick, and that's what made it work, right? If it would have been real creepy and oozy in 2023, 2024 with a older guy going after like a younger like graduate, like college graduate or whatever girl, that just would have been real creepy. But the fact that it flipped on its head, and it's like the beautiful Jennifer Lawrence, like that's what makes it hilarious.
Yeah, and it was more funny than it was that sexual part of the movie. Like it wasn't just creepy and pervy. It was funny. Even in those scenes, it was still funny.
Agreed, man.
What about you,
right,
man? Number 10.
Number 10 here, guys. Made the list. As you know, I am a big fan of things from my past, and they are in a team of writer directors doing it justice, doing it well, right? We've had a lot of iterations of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I think finally they've caught the Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg found the what these kids are about, man. What these kid turtles are about, and they brought them to like high school kids. They're teenagers. Let's make them act and be teenagers.
Yeah, that was one I didn't catch.
Dude.
Like it was on the radar, and then once it like kind of passed the release, it kind of just fell off the radar for me. Not that anything against the movie, it's just kind of what happened.
Oh yeah, no, I get it, man. And like outside of the core four who voiced the turtles, I mean, you have Ao DeBibri, Maya Rudolph, John Cena, Seth Rogen, Rose Byrne, Giancarlo Esposito, Jackie Chan, Ice Cube, Paul Rudd, Austin Pope, Hannibal Buress, Mr. Beast, Derek Will, like so many great people was in this movie. It just was fantastic. Like the tone, the look, the style. It's like another movie that's on my list. Is the visual style that it kind of takes from, and this is more of the type of movies that I would like to see if we're going to do animation, because it's like comic book style, but like a live action like comic book. It just looked really dope, man. Is what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
So TMNT all the way.
There you go.
Number 9, brother. Talk to me.
I got Blue Beetle down for number 9.
Oh, forgot about Blue Beetle, dude. That show was so dope.
It was a good, fun movie. Just the whole thing, kind of the ethnicity of the movie and the actors. Everything was really good. Funny, a little sad, emotional. But at the end of the day, it was a fun movie to watch.
Blue Beetle is obviously didn't do the waves and everything that like Black Panther did, man. But like, to be able to see yourself or your people like in a movie character who is good and uplifting and for truth, justice, and in the right way, man. Like, he held it down for that movie. Like, I appreciated it. And my favorite thing was like he didn't the suit wanted to resort to killing. He did not. I love that aspect.
Well, and to see a young actor just being really good. Good in a role, and in a fairly high level role, was fantastic.
Agreed, man. That one was, that's a fantastic flick. All right. For me, man, Gran Turismo. Did you catch that?
I did watch it.
Dude.
It didn't make my top 10, but it was a fantastic movie.
Dude, okay. So Neil Blomkamp, who did District 9, not really his style of movie, but he did Gran Turismo.
Some more Alien movies to watch too, by the way.
They really are. They really are. I actually saw a clip for District 9 the other day, and I was like, I gotta catch that. I gotta add that to the list. It's a
anyways,
I might actually watch it tonight, actually, thinking about it.
There you go.
But yeah, he did Gran Turismo, man. And when this movie was first announced, I thought it was like Need for Speed or any other movie where they're going to take just the world of Gran Turismo and make a movie about the game. No.
Yeah.
This was a game that inspired a young man to become a fantastic race car driver.
Yep.
And that was the cool part about this, man. And just like Neil Blomkamp has always been good with CGI and graphics and melding the two. And just the acting, man. The acting was just on point in this film.
Yeah.
David Harbour, Orlando Bloom, Archie Medaqui, however you pronounce it, and Damon Hunsu, like just a fantastic cast, man. This was a really fun movie. This is a movie like I have, because since it's dropped on Netflix a couple months ago, I've watched this like 4 times now, man. It is that good.
That's when I caught it. I watched it a few times myself. One cool thing about that movie too was the stunt man. The guy who did a lot of the stunt driving was actually the guy who was being portrayed in the movie.
Yeah, Jan Martinborough. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was
see
pretty
that,
awesome.
Man. Yeah,
Yeah,
fantastic film. All right, what's up next for you, brother?
Ooh, number 8, John Wick.
Chapter 4.
Chapter 4, man. Yeah, that was kind of fresh. We just talked about. I don't remember what movie it was about, but kept bringing up the stair scene.
It's so good.
Just a good time. Another, just turn it off and enjoy whatever's going to happen, because whether it makes sense or it doesn't make sense or it seems ridiculous, Keanu does his thing. That's all I'm saying.
The John Wick movies are you don't need all this backstory of the why. You just like seeing the how. You know what I mean? You just seeing him do the things that he does. I believe this is the movie where because I just watched the first 3 and I don't remember it. So I think the 4th one was the one where he was in the square where everybody was driving around and he kept on getting hit by vehicles, like his body, because they were trying to kill him, and he never died.
Pretty awesome scene.
And this is the one where he also has the suit that's bulletproof, right?
Oh yeah, I think everybody's got bulletproof suits at that point.
And this, you gotta up the ante.
gotta have them. Can't leave the house without it.
Yeah, man, that was a good flick.
What you got for number 8?
The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Now, before you say anything, you remember how stoked I was, dude.
You really were.
Yo,
you were
this. Oh my god, I was so
excited beyond belief.
I really was, man. Because we just saw Renfield did not make my list, but Renfield was a good movie.
Yeah.
And I've seen so many other Dracula movies where he's portrayed as very human and he's been portrayed as a monster. So you've seen him on all the spectrums, right? But this kind of and then you've seen all the different scenes of Dracula or Bram Stoker's Dracula movie story. This was just that singular chapter, man. And it was cramped. It was dark. It was scary. The theater wasn't that packed, which was cool because that also gave it a better vibe in the theater of being scared. Right. And just Liam Cunningham, Corey Hawkins, David Dashmalin, man, just held it down in this film, man. And this was a really fun, creepy wad.
Did you get scared at all and throw the popcorn there? Did that happen?
There was
be a good
there was
movie.
like there was one scene that got me, and I was like,
threw a little
"Oh
popcorn,
shit,
just a little bit."
you know what I mean? Just a quick little But Last Voyage of the Demeter, man, really, really good.
Good deal.
What's up next for you, man?
Good deal. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom came in at number 7 for me.
Nice.
Pretty good follow up to what we've been going through with the DC situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun movie. I mean, a whole lot else to say. It was just a good time.
It really was, though. Yes.
Kind of the brother comedy of it is what made it a really good time.
And just the two guys from two different worlds and having to come together to save the day. That was a fun flick, man.
Oh yeah.
I too have a superhero movie as my next one. Mine is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
This one ups the ante from the first one, man. The first one was just Miles kind of figuring it out, right? Becoming the Spider-Man for Brooklyn. And very appreciative of that first one. This one, I love it. He's in school, he's over there trying to balance school and home with his parents and still being Spider-Man. It's a whole balancing act, right? He's also missing Gwen. We get more of a Gwen story in this movie as well, but we also get like the Spider Society.
Yeah.
And they could have did that really corny. They could have done it really corny, man. Like the Hall of Justice for Spiders or something like that. But with Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, 21 and 22 Jump Street, and also David Callahan, they make it really cool, man. Like you almost want to join the Spider Society in this franchise, man. That's how cool this is.
Yeah, it really opened the world up, man. And they all kind of come from their own respective places, right? So it's fun to see the different worlds, right? It's something we kind of like, right? Going to different dimensions and seeing, somebody from a different dimension come here and still look like their dimension.
I feel like
really fun part of the movie.
Yeah, I feel like the last couple of years in superhero films were all about universes moving along and seeing other, with No Way Home to the Doctor Strange movie, to the Flash movie, and now this, right? There's been so many. Everybody has used and copied off that concept. I still think X-Men Days of Future Past did it best because they didn't do the universe.
Agreed.
They just did the past. Fantastic film.
Yeah.
But this one, man, the voice cast, Shameik Moore, Haley Steinfeld, Brian Tyree Henry, Lauren Velez, Jake Johnson, Jason Schwartzman, Issa Rae, Karen Sony, Shea Wingham, Greta Lee, Daniel Kaluuya, Mahershala Ali, and Oscar Isaac. And the list goes on, man. The list goes on. Just a fantastic film. Always good to see. He splits us, actually. Miles Morales splits us. He's black and Hispanic. So he's us, bro. If we put our powers together,
let's go.
We put our rings together, Miles Morales pops out, dude. Not Captain Planet. We got Miles Morales, baby. So what's your next film, man?
So number 6, I have Creed 3.
Oh, yeah.
Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan Majors action. Very respectable follow-up to the previous movies.
Oh, yeah.
These two just put on a good show, right? They're just such great actors on their own, but come together and playing off of each other, and just the fight scenes alone were fantastic.
Yeah.
But the dialogue in between and everything going on, just a great flick.
You just kind of felt the weight of their friendship and what happened. You just really feel it in this film between these two great young actors, man, and I appreciate it. You got to give it up for Michael B. Jordan, his like directorial debut as well. That one was fantastic. Coming at for me here, we have Luther, The Fallen Son. Now, this was a Netflix drop that came out in February.
I did catch that one,
dude. Okay. Did you watch the Luther series?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Nope.
So this is a standalone movie worth the price of admission without you even knowing anything else about the detective DCI John Luther.
Good to know.
Right? You don't need to watch that. It's just like this is by itself, Luther the Fallen Son is a fantastic movie. With Andy Serkis as the villain. If you watch the Luther series and then watch this, the Luther series is like the cake. The Fallen Son's like that icing on the top. It's just
okay.
It was just so good. Like, give me more of this, man.
I just went straight for the icing. That's
right. Hey, bro, it's your cake, dude. Eat it like you want it, okay? Yo, man, we see DCI John Luther, and he is back in action, and it's cool to see really cool ass Idris Elba back in this role, man. And then like the end of this movie, it's like, yo, are you moving to MI5? Are you an agent? Or is that like little James Bond tease? Because he's not gonna be James Bond. He said he's already a little old, but like, was that a tease at the end of like you going to be in the Ministry of Defense and everything? I just had a really good time with this movie, and like he had a villain that was worth it, worth the price of admission, man. Like this one, I would have actually liked to see in theaters. So,
gotcha.
What's next for you, man?
I have the Super Mario movie at my number 5.
Nice.
This was a good nostalgia thing and a very well done one. I felt like Chris Pratt, he did his thing. He did his own thing, right? His own Mario voice, which was fine. I didn't have any problem with it.
No, man, that was good.
He had Charlie Day hanging out as Luigi. I just thoroughly enjoy just watching this kind of come to life in a very, very good animated movie.
Yeah.
And seeing Seth Rogen, we got Seth Rogen in there. We got a bunch of other people that appear as, villains to start with, and then they're all friends, that whole thing. But just something that, I really enjoyed really more than I thought I was going to. So that's why it's
voice cast, man. Great voice cast, man. Like you felt like, especially Seth Rogen, like he's Donkey Kong. I can't. You know how we said Jack Black is like Po, Kung Fu Panda, the Dragon Warrior?
Yeah.
Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong. There's nobody else who could have played that. That's perfect casting, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. Yeah. Fantastic flick, brother.
What you got for number 5?
All right. Extraction 2. Another Netflix drop.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh.
Dude.
Yeah.
I
good
love these movies. The first one, man, was just like, yo, is Tyler Rake ever going to stop killing people? No. They literally had to put him down and fall into the ocean for him to stop. Otherwise, he would have still been on that bridge. He would be still on that bridge right now, killing people.
just piling up bodies.
Oh my gosh, dude. So he's back for another one with Sam Hargrave, and they up the action, they up the ante, they up the body count, man. And it's just really, really fun. Okay. The one scene is like 22 minutes long, one take. Him just straight killing people, trying to get this family out of this jail. Just a good time. Just a good time.
Kind of forgot about that one.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And it's like him and he has his team, but it's mainly just him. It's mainly just him, man. And really good time. I hope we get an Extraction 3. Idris Elba has a cameo in this film as the guy who kind of gets Tyler Rake back in the game. Yeah, this was a good drop, man, that I really enjoyed on
Good
Netflix.
Deal. Good deal. I have Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 for my number 4, sir.
Okay, so it was on my list. It's not on my list.
Mm-hmm.
It's on my honorable mentions that we're not going to talk about, except for I just did talk about it.
you just honorable mention. That's cool.
Oh, it's so good. Talk to me, man. I'm so mad at myself now.
Man, Mission Impossible, right? We're in quite a few films in this franchise. And they just keep going, man. Like every time you watch one, it's just better.
Yeah.
And
agreed.
It's wild that it's like that. Right? Like each time you watch it, you're just like, okay, this is crazy. Like I'm not bored right now watching this movie again.
I keep seeing this.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. We keep seeing this guy, Ethan Hunt, save the world. And it looks cool and sexy and awesome every single time.
Every time.
It shouldn't be.
I don't get it. But I am fine with it, sir.
It's one of those like I will forever be if they keep making these, I will keep watching them because they keep on getting better and better and better. You're right, man. I agree.
Yeah, and they just keep mixing it up a little bit here and there, and it just stays fresh. Somewhere or another, it stays fresh.
Yeah. Agreed, man. Not to mention the female leads in there. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Best in the world.
You know, I mean what it is, I believe, is it just stays on the line of not being too out of hand. Like it's like right on the borderline of going overboard with over the top action.
Yeah.
You know, like everything you see for the most part is like Tom Cruise probably did that, on a Sunday, and he was like, "This is a good idea for a movie, so let's film it this time." It's whatever though.
Tom Cruise is like walking around a mountainside. And he's like, "Anybody have a camera?"
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come back with a crew and we'll do it. Don't worry about it.
That is fine.
Yo, the man is like 60-something, still doing these stunts, still looking amazing, and still saving the... Like, would you... Remember Zoolander? Remember the movie Zoolander?
I do remember Zoolander. It's a favorite of mine.
How the whole thing was like, yeah, we're models, but we're also like ninjas, and we could actually save the world and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like if anybody could actually save us, it's Tom Cruise, okay?
Agreed.
I feel like it is Tom Cruise who could save us from anything that would happen on this planet. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate you.
What you got for number 4, brother?
All right, man. So this was a sleeper hit. This dropped in December, so this is actually really fresh, man. But one of my favorite writer directors is Will Gluck. Will Gluck came out with a few movies that you've definitely watched. Fired Up, Easy A, Friends with Benefits, About Last Night, Annie, Peter Rabbit 2. In 2023, man, he kind of comes back to form from the early 20 aughts with Anyone But You. Now, this is the movie with Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell. But it has a fantastic cast though. Alexandra Shipp, Gata, Hadley Robinson, Michelle Hurd, Dermot Mulroney, Darren Barnett, Brian Bound, Rachel Griffiths. Just a fantastic cast, man. They meet, they have a fantastic night. They don't get together. Come to find out, they're at a wedding together in Australia.
Yeah,
remember when we caught the trailer? We were like, how the hell are they at the wedding together?
Yeah.
It made
or
sense.
Why, right?
Yeah. Like, and it made sense. And then it was just a really good rom-com. But like, a lot of rom-coms can be really cheesy because they want to keep it in that PG-13 realm. But Will Gluck always did it rated R, man. Friends with Benefits and Fired Up are those rom-com type films, and he keeps it rated R. Even About Last Night, which he only produced, is a rated R romance comedy. That's where they live, man, because you can really go far. You can really tell feelings. You don't have to like hold it because you want some like sophomore kids to watch this movie, man. So highly recommend Anyone But You. This was a really good sleeper hit, man. Went on the gross 151 at the million on a $25 million budget. So I think my boy's back in action, man. Will Gluck for president.
That's two beautiful people heading that one up too.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, man, it was awesome.
Yeah.
What's next for you, man?
I got Oppenheimer as my number 3, sir.
Ah, nice. Nice.
Yeah, this was a long haul, but it was well worth the story and just spending time with these actors and their characters and kind of learning a side of the story, right? That isn't really told much about. But you know, this cast did a wonderful job of really portraying that and keeping you interested, you know, scene to scene. You know, just dialogue driven movie. We got a point to end at. We know where it's going, but we have a great story to get us to that point. And
agreed.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. This definitely made my list as well. Talk about it here in a few moments here. Coming up for me, man, Air, directed by Ben Affleck, starring Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Jason Bateman, Marlon Wayans, Chris Messina, Chris Tucker, and Viola Davis.
Oh,
yeah, man.
Great flick.
You could have done a movie about Michael Jordan and his shoe deal from the perspective of Michael Jordan. You definitely could have. And it probably, in Ben Affleck's hands, probably would have been a really good movie. But he didn't want to do that. That's not the story that they wanted to make. They wanted to talk about the failing Nike brand and how they became the best sports apparel company in the world through the Michael Jordan deal. Done in the right hand. That's kind of
where it kicked off at.
Yeah, and like done in the right hands, man. Just a fantastic film. This is one of those where like you laugh. You're there for those sad moments, man. You're there for those hype moments and just I'm just gonna say, man, Jason Bateman has a damn good head of hair in this movie, bro.
I was about to say you're there for Jason Bateman.
God, it's so
if you're there for anybody.
When they get the deal and they're in the bullpen and he gives them the thumbs up, dude, his hair is perfect. I feel like his hair was just fluffed right before that, dude. Okay.
Main character in this scene, Jason Bateman's hair.
Yes. No, this was a flick I love, man. I've already gone and watched this movie like five times, man, because it's that good. It's that good. Just that pitch alone by Matt Damon in front of Jordan and his parents was just like, yeah, fantastic, man.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Coming in number 2 for me, sir. The Creator.
Nice. Okay.
I like a good sci-fi movie, just as much as the next person. This one was just a beautiful shot, CGI, green screen, all that looked fantastic throughout the whole movie. And just interesting take on like the AI situation, right? Like, are they at this point in the movie at the time? Are they their own species at this time, or are they still, just a thing, right? And that's kind of where that movie was walking the line.
Yeah.
But through the whole movie was, actors, dialogue, action, everything was pretty fantastic. And like I said, the overall look of the movie is what really sold it for me.
Oh yeah, man.
What you got number 2?
All right, number 2 for me, man, is Oppenheimer, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this because you definitely gave it its due. I will say this: Christopher Nolan is one of the few directors today who can take he just can do a big project, a big movie, right? Like as much as I liked Anyone But You, that's a very small movie, 25 million. It's just a lot of dialogue and just making it funny and chippy, stuff like that. There's a lot of weight to Oppenheimer. There's a lot of there's a lot of subject material, and only like somebody like a Steven Spielberg, like a Martin Scorsese, like a Christopher Nolan can take this kind of source material and make a fantastic film out of it, man. I say there's like probably less than 5 or 6 directors outside of Christopher Nolan who could have made this movie like this, right? There's not many in Hollywood, so big ups to that, man.
Yeah, and you got to touch each of those. I would say you got to touch each of those scenes very delicately, right?
Exactly.
You got to like that's a very, very easy thing to mess up.
Agreed, man. And I just want to give shout outs to Robert Downey Jr. as Louis Strauss. Like, give him the Oscar already, okay? Do it, okay? Emily Blunt, Oppenheimer's wife, give her the Oscar. If you want to do supporting again, Matt Damon, Leslie Groves, awesome. But finally, Cillian Murphy as a lead in a movie, in a big budget blockbuster movie as J. Robert Oppenheimer, like, this gives me hope, man. This type of movie gives me hope that like Hollywood is not just about comic book movies, and Hollywood is not just about let me take this old source material and just put some super gloss on it. You know what I mean? Like we can create and make things awesome. People will come out and see it, right? Oppenheimer was fantastic.
It was.
What's your numero uno, man?
Number 1. I'm going to have to throw it to Guardians of the Galaxy 3, sir.
I knew that was coming.
As I was talking through this, working this list out for this show, I watched it last night. I was like,
nice.
Let's throw it on right now.
Yeah.
Just a good kind of ending to that particular crew, right? It didn't just end. They weren't just not together anymore, right? It was a story that led us down the path that ultimately ended in these characters going their own separate ways to do what they needed to do. And I thought that was a very great thing that this storyline ended up ending on. Action, though, had some great action scenes in there. My favorite was when they were in the bio thing or whatever it was called. I can't remember what it's called. But that was just weird, and I enjoyed every second of it.
Oh yeah, man. Like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 for me, man, was like the kids were all in high school in the first two movies, right? They meet, all the kids are there, that they're in high school in the second movie, and they're all living under the same roof. Like the third movie is all about that graduation, them moving on and doing other things, right? And a maturation process amongst them all.
Right. Yeah, they got a little town they're living in. They all got their own apartments and stuff, right? They're growing up right in front of our eyes.
Groot's got to pay his own damn rent now. You know what
I mean? I know, right? Yeah, but number one, man. That's been a favorite. To watch it multiple times since
Good
it's
stuff.
released.
Good stuff, man.
All right, big number one, sir. What you got?
So you've already said it. We've only had two movies that cross each other's list. First one was obviously Oppenheimer. The second one, you already know, man. The Creator is my number one movie of last year.
Nice.
This was another movie that you remember when the trailer dropped, man. I was just geeked for. I was beyond geeked. Yeah. Like Gareth Edwards is fantastic. Monster, Godzilla, like that's it. Oh yeah. What's the Star Wars movie that he did? Rogue One. Like that's it. He doesn't have many credits, but his credits are fantastic.
Agreed.
And
agreed.
This one, man, the story about AI, more or less like this man's journey through just one, like it's this whole story about AI and war between the humans and the artificial intelligence and everything. But inside that big story is just a man who wants to get back with his wife. That's it.
Yep.
Right. And this man's struggle, this man's journey, and what his motivation is through all of this, man. And so it's a very, even though it's a sci-fi film, it's a very human story at the same exact time, man. And that's what I really appreciated this. This is one of those, man. It was an 80 million, made 104 at the box office. I really wanted this to do more. It got it's nominated for like best visual effects, best sound, and stuff like that. I just feel like more people should have seen this and enjoyed this, man. This is just like Oppenheimer in regards to this is an original idea from a man, and he got funding and was able to make this movie. Original IP, man. We just need more of it in 2024 and beyond. So The Creator, my number one movie of 2023. Yeah, love it, man.
Good deal. Interesting. We only crossed paths on the top three. That's
I know.
We just like different movies. It is what it is, I guess.
That's what I was telling Carmen. She's like, what do you think is going to be on his thing? I'm like, well, he'll have his and I have mine, and we just like different movies. We always have.
Yeah, he said, look at my list and pick the opposite movies that came out, and that's probably it.
All right, team. So that's our conversation about our top 10 favorite films of 2023. Like we like to do as well, and like we already said, there were some movies that were crappy. JV.
Agreed. Yes, sir.
No particular order. Don't care. Just go ahead and talk about just say them all. The three movies that you hated, disgusted, wanted to throw out, want to go to Blockbuster, buy the VHS, and then smash it. Whatever, man.
I'm trying to find this Blockbuster. Let's start there. Just interested in that. Yeah. So my three that I have that were kind of a letdown for me. Five Nights at Freddy's. That was pretty fresh still.
Stores.
So it's still sitting there. Expendables 4. I know I messed with you a lot about that one and how awesome it was. It was not awesome.
So much green screen.
And a letdown, man. A letdown for me too was Rebel Moon. That one still sits there.
Are you telling me you expected more from that movie?
So those are my three, sir. Basically, you know, the culmination of it is Five Nights at Freddy's started out fairly strong and then just went dumpster diving very quick as well.
It really did, yeah.
Expendables 4, just corny. It just ended up being a corny movie that didn't really work out. And then Rebel Moon, you know, just expected a better story, and we kind of got a very redone story.
Yeah.
Recycled story. So, you know,
like everything.
Be,
there's nothing 10, in Rebel. Yeah, there's nothing in Rebel. True. There's nothing in Rebel Moon that we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like it's
a
rehashing. So
yeah.
All right, man. So for me, the three movies that I really disliked in 2023 was 65.
Agreed.
Now, I knew 65 wasn't going to be like a fantastic movie. I just thought it was going to be heavier. I thought it was going to be a little bit more fun.
Yeah. It definitely could have
been. Yeah. Yeah. And it wasn't.
Yeah.
I thought the relationship between him and the girl were going to be different. And it's not what I expected at all. Just blah. Glad I did not go to the theaters to go see that movie.
That is fair.
And these two, man, I am okay with remakes and reimaginings and seeing things a different way. But you have two movies here that were perfect when they came out. Okay? And perfect 90s movies, and then you reimagine them, and they were just straight trash. The first one, White Man Can't Jump. The 1992 film, directed by Ron Shelton, was perfect. Why did you have to do this? What was the point?
Just trying to reach for some cash, man. Just trying to fill those pockets.
It was trash. Like,
did not succeed.
If you haven't watched it, I don't recommend you watching it, sir. Okay? It's on Hulu, but don't watch it. Jack Harlow as this Zen rapper.
Do not watch.
Yeah. Don't sit on your couch to watch this. Jack Harlow as this like Zen awesome like guy who can ball. Trash. Sinqua Walls as Kamal, who is like this ex-baller, and he's home now, and he's just trying to make it and get back into like the balling game. Like, you don't feel the weight and pressure of these guys needing to make it like you did back in the 1992 film.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna remake, you know, it's got to be strong, right?
Got to be.
We're talking about Roadhouse. You know, we're hoping that one comes out and gives us something good.
I'll be talking about that one.
I don't want it to be
our next. Talking about that one in our next segment.
I was going to say, might be talking about that one in 3 worst films of 2024, possibly.
We'll bring that up in just a few minutes here. But yeah, White Man Can't Jump, trash film. 2023's White Man Can't Jump, trash film. The next one, man, another reimagining from a 90s classic film, House Party. Now,
yeah.
The 1990 movie Kid and Play was a story about two guys who just wanted to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't feel the weight of the world, Also, there's absolutely no way in hell that you are throwing a party at LeBron James' house and nobody is there. He has no living butler, no living maid.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get that part either. Yeah, I mean, it had moments, but as a whole, it really didn't give us anything that was very memorable, right?
Yeah.
Like that first movie.
Like you made a movie and you took all the good stuff of the first one and said, yeah, we're not going to use any of that. None of it. None of it. Nope. I don't want it. That's why it only grossed 9 million worldwide in negative reviews. It should never have been made from the get-go. All right, team. So that's 2023. When this pod drops, in the comments on our socials, let us know what your favorite movies were. Let us know what movies were trash to you in 2023, guys. We love the comments. Keep them coming. JV.
Yes, sir.
We're in 2024, man.
We made it.
We made it. Right? On the cusp of another year around the sun. What 3 films are you most looking forward to in 2024? Talk to me, man.
Deadpool 3.
Yep.
Definitely ready for that one. Beetlejuice. Hopefully that one doesn't end up on the list for next year.
Let's hope not.
And then, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, man. Trying to finish up what Paul Rudd started, right? See what's going on with this new crew, and get to spend some time with the original crew as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, those 3 are, amongst others, but those 3 are the top ones right now.
Agreed. All right.
How about you, sir?
The 3 movies that I'm most looking forward to, man, literally the ones that you said, but also that Civil War movie by Alex Garland. I think this is going to be a really timely movie with the way the world in the United States is right now. It's going to be very interesting to see that. So I'm excited about that. Roadhouse looks like a really good time, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Like this is like we said, like, how they did with Air, like they're doing with Argyle, drop it in the theater. I will be in there by myself to watch it. I don't care.
Shirt off.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to watch Doug Liman and Jake Gyllenhaal make this fantastic film, man. This looks really good. Doug Liman is one of those directors that like is kind of all over the place in everything that he does. Swingers, Go, The Bourne Identity, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Jumper, Edge of Tomorrow, The Wall, American Made, Chaos Walking, and now Roadhouse. Like, he doesn't stick to a genre, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to go watch a Tony Scott movie, may he rest in peace, he's giving you that high-octane kind of action drama thing. Doug Liman is all over the place, and I appreciate that, man. So, yeah, Roadhouse is a movie I'm very much looking forward to.
Good deal.
Jake Gyllenhaal with his shirt off, man, just nice.
Yeah, you got 12-pack.
And then what I'm also looking forward to is Dune Part 2, man. I recently rewatched the Part 1, and they're adding Austin Butler, Florence Pugh, Christopher Walken to this already like huge. Well, most everybody died in the first one, but
that happens.
It did. But I do want to see what's going on with Fremen, the House Atreides,
right,
the other houses as well, man. So House Harkonnen. So super excited for this one, man.
Trying to get one of those sandworm popcorn buckets. Is that what you're going after?
Thank you for subscribing to this week's episode, talking through our 2023 year in review. Next week, we will be discussing, we're on a break for a few weeks, but team, trust us, we'll be back shortly.
Like, share, subscribe to keep up with us during that time.
Like always, I am Clyde Smith. You can find me across all socials. I am Clyde D. Smith.
I am Javier Villalobos. You can find me across all socials at Mr. J8200.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.